And so picking up from where we left off earlier, as we continue our discussion on the context in which our hikes take place, we discussed the West Coast previously, and now we're facing the opposite direction from out here in Bloberg. And just looking at that, we have to stop and give thanks to God for all this beauty and just the wisdom that is manifested in this. And so we're facing the coastline, which in that direction would eventually take one to Cape Point. And of course, just emerging over there is that amazing sight, the iconic mountains. Devil's Peak to the left, followed by Table Mountain with the flat top, and of course Lion's Head with the conical shape. And yeah, when it comes to that direction, concerning our hikes, the Cape Peninsula heads off in that direction. There are more hikes heading out that way than we may very well ever exhaust. The beauty that is out there, the nature, the mountains, the coastline. It's not a wonder that people come from all over the world in numbers just to see this. And if you're watching this from overseas and get an opportunity to come on holiday here, come up to Bloberg and have a look at Table Mountain from this part of the city. But of course, earlier we discussed the Bloberg Nature Reserve in the context of the fight for the control of this place. And we had briefly touched on the fact that the battle for these coasts would evolve with time, and by the time Nelson Mandela and others entered the scene, they would be fighting the battle from a completely different point of view. And of course, Nelson Mandela would not have been alone concerning that. He would have been alongside many others that form the diversity of this country. And of course, he spent many years as part of the fight, as part of that battle. He spent many years in Robben Island, and that would be at least one of the most important reasons for the fame of Robben Island. And of course, what was once a prison today is a tourist attraction. And so you've got a vessel or vessels leaving the V&A waterfront in that direction, making their way across to Robben Island, with both local and foreign tourists, just to go and have a look at the cell that once housed Nelson Mandela. And generally, there's indications that there's more happening on that island. Some reading I've been doing recently points to or suggests that there's some conservation initiatives taking place there. Of course, history is preserved there. And so, yeah, there's just so much importance when it comes to this coastline, and just all that we've discussed thus far. And so in the following clip, we're going to discuss that gorgeous direction that we're looking at right now as we face south, and of course the Cape Peninsula heads off in that direction. But for now, we will leave it here. God bless.